Well, in the general idea of how I've been going for a few days, every once in a while I get these oddball multi-tools that I'm pretty sure or have very limited use, but yeah, something to pack around my pocket every once in a while. I think they're as much a conversation piece as useful, but I will tell you the ones that are useful, and I try to focus on those. But occasionally get these. These are relatively inexpensive little knives, and they do some work. I don't know. I always consider this a glass breaker. So if you have a specific purpose for that beyond that, that's what I would think it would be. And this is a hammer head, and hammer is also plier head. Now, this is moderately useful if you've got enough room to use it. In this case, because 9 times out of 10 you're using a pair of pliers, you don't have all the room in the world to rotate it, so this makes it of limited utilization or usefulness or uselessness according to how you want to produce it. And but it does incorporate pliers, which is the common multi-tool, in a hammer type format, so that's pretty cool. There's a cop going by in case you heard it. But it's 12-in-1 tool, and it's got the various the common lineup, the saw, which is at best not that useful in any case. The blade, which has got a relatively sharp for production blade, and it does have a bottle opener and a Phillips head connector there, and a straight edge and a saw. So it combines some very common things. The only really cool thing about this, if you want to use it as a hammer, you can simply close it and flip the lock, and it is pure hammer at that point. So it won't pull open into the pliers format. So that's pretty cool. And this is just great. If you have a dad, well, we all had a dad at one time or another, whether they were a good dad or a bad dad. I had an excellent dad myself, but this basically will allow you to use the hammer, which is of modest use, and the rest, I tell you what, a Phillips head of this length is very unusual in a multi-tool. It's a relatively small Phillips head, but you can reach a something pretty tight. The saw blade, those are barely usable. But I do like the bevel on this knife blade. It's not really sharp because I'd be cutting my finger there, but it is very easy to sharpen. But this is it's called QuntionSt on there, QuntionSt. It's basically a gift. It comes in a pouch, which I have misplaced, but the pouch is basically basically like this rocks and pouch basic format. So it just fits this particular knife. So it's not like it's anything that's going to require a whole lot of study. But this is a birthday gift, a stocking stuffer type of thing for about 25 bucks. So if you've got a dad, an uncle, or brother, and you want to give them something that's moderately useful, but it really has a nice heft to it, and it really has a nice feel to it. I don't think I'd beat with this hammerhead on anything for too long. I'm not sure how long that would last, but it's relatively good. I suppose the thing is with a hammer, the great deal of the hammer is in the ability to get momentum. So the head needs to be generally lighter than the body, and it needs to be length to actually give you that. So that's lacking in this. But I think this is what you would call, like I said, a good stocking stuffer. It costs about between 25 and 30 bucks. I probably bought this on Amazon. I buy everything on Amazon just about lately. Because of COVID, I just don't go to stores very much anymore. I haven't been to Walmart in months. Not that there's anything wrong with it if you slap on your mask and do things correctly, but just in case. So I want to give you a quick review of this multi-tool. I've got some more stuff going on with the van. I'm really kitting this van out for the last run. I'm going to be driving this thing out somewhere in the boondocks. I'm going to drop a manufactured shed or house out there. I'm going to nail up some walls, and then I'm going to sit and rock until my mind changes. But I'm still working every day, so that's in the future. I just hope I can make it to that future. All right, that's all I've got. I will talk to you later. But look this up. QuntionSt or Quentin Street is the name on the blade. It's basically a gift. So just look it up if you need a gift, and it is very well made. It's just not very hefty. So all of the momentum and things you would use for a hammerhead, it's not really going to be in this, but you know, it could be moderately useful also. Anyway, I'll give you a quick run, and I will talk to you later. Back in the van very shortly, and I will be getting more van videos because I'm really kitting this thing out. Got a jerry can coming in. You'll be seeing that later as well. Talk to you later. You have a wonderful day.